a musical documentary. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no rapper, so I could never consider nothing I put out over an instrumental or song with me. You know what I'm saying? It's different over here. You know what I'm saying? I look different with my locks just hanging too, don't I? I look a little more aggressive than like when they twist it up. I'm like, damn, I look a little wild, but you know, that's how we came. We now I'm just natural right now. Peace to the guys and goddess. You hear me? You hear me, Jay? Really from the sewer. You hear me? We all from the sewer. We come from planet. First off, we know where our soul and spirit is from. Our souls and spirits is from the 19th galaxy. That's located in the Sirius star system. Anybody with neuromelanin within them, which these are the people they call black or Latino. Now, all our individuals, you know what I'm saying? Let's do it. Let's run it back, class. Let's run it back. Reflection. Peace to all the guys and goddesses of Planet Kai tuning in right now. You know what I'm saying? If you're a human being, we're going to do a class review. If you're a human being, you know, you come from a planet called Nern. Okay? You come from a planet called Nern. You are composed of Yakub, a.k.a. Prometheus, a.k.a. Let's break down all the Satan names. Okay, so Yakub, also known as Prometheus, also known as Marduk, also known as Enki Enlil, also known as Jesus Christ, also known as Satan, also known as Zeus. Okay, so human beings, this is who created y'all. So basically the devil created y'all. The devil that y'all, everybody, the devil. Okay, so you were created by the devil. Now, you wasn't created by, y'all know him as the devil. You wasn't created by the devil in this reality, because if you're a human being, you came out of your mother's womb. So I get it. If you like white, you like, hold on, what the fuck you mean I was created by the devil? I'm a good person. And I came out my mama's vagina. Nigga, I ain't come out no motherfucking devil. But hear me deep, we getting deep. Your mother came from her mother, who came from her mother, who came from her mother. And when we trace this back to the root, y'all was in them caves in the Caucasus Mountains. And when we look, where were you at before y'all were in the caves? Your ancestors, human beings, your ancestors were the Neanderthals of legend, okay? This is why all human beings, all white people have Neanderthal within their genetics. Google it. Go to your local doctor. Go to your local hospital, human beings, or black people, Latino people, and just ask the doctor, like, or Google it. Like, you just Google it. Like, do human beings have Neanderthal in their genetics? They're going to say yes. So I'm not in there doing nothing but teaching y'all real science. But human beings, you are not from the 19th galaxy, the Sirius star system. That's where we come from. All these black people, all these niggas, all these spics, all these Latino motherfuckers. Y'all don't fuck with like that. Yeah, us. We come from there, nigga. We not from here neither, but we did create this motherfucker though. All right. Now, if you're a human being, you come from a planet called Nern. Now, where is Nern? You can look in the sky and see Nern. Actually, when you look in the sky on a clear night, you can see every universe, every planet, and every galaxy. Pay attention. When you get a chance, when y'all get a chance, peace to all the guys and goddesses of Planet Kai just tuning in. We gonna do a lecture on here too. I'm gonna do Gonzarella. I'm gonna do a bunch of them today on IG, because we supposed to do Gonzarella on my website. And that shit was, everybody hit me up and they said they can't hear it, so I gotta redo that. Now I got a double lecture. We supposed to do Simeon Toko last night on my website, and there was a lot of people that couldn't access the website. Okay, so tonight we're gonna do this lecture. Hold on, this on my website tonight. We're gonna talk about the Watchers, the Book of Enoch, the Book of Enoch, however you want to fucking say it doesn't matter, because the truth shall always prevail. All is being revealed. Get what I'm saying? So the live tonight on my website called The Watchers. If you want to join it, it's a free lecture. I'm going to put the link in bio. Last night, I didn't know I didn't put the link in bio, because remember, I told y'all I still got the situation going on with the government. You know, they on bullshit with me. I'm not going to stop teaching, you feel me? But at the end of the day, I just let y'all know what it is. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't even know that I didn't put the link in none of the bios, so a lot of y'all wasn't able to access it. And then to all the paid members on the website, I appreciate y'all deeply for actually becoming members. It's like 10,000 of us on the website. That's a lot of people that's actual members. All right, anybody that's a member of the website, they know we about 10,000 strong. And you got people that been on there since we was only 50 strong. So I appreciate the university. I appreciate the ancestors for working through me. I appreciate every human being that tunes into these lectures. All right, and every god and every goddess. This university is only for the high vibrational beings. So does that mean that if you don't agree with what we saying, you can't be in here? No, but we ask you to keep your silly ass low vibrational comments to yourself, or you will be expunged, expelled, and eradicated. You feel me? If you're not vibrating high, You don't have to agree with us, but we ask you kindly to keep your silly ass comments to yourself, or you will be expelled and eradicated. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Alright? This ain't for everybody. I appreciate you too, Success Story 8414. The 3 E's. We got the 4 C's. And that's what got the government mad now. The elites mad because we was just being some cordial, color concerned citizens. Alright? And you can't be color. You can be colored and you can be cordial. And you can be a citizen. But you know what happened, y'all? They want me because I started becoming concerned about this shit. Alright? But we still the 4 C's. Nigga, fuck them people, boy. Just know, we got a war about this shit. We gonna war about this shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do this shit. Listen, we gonna do this shit the cordial way. And if they ain't trying to be righteous cordially, then we gotta do it the gangster way. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell y'all how we can go about it doing cordially. We want to exercise our power. We want to show how this country is unrighteous. Definitely down in Georgia, the GBI. We'll talk about that in a second. All right? But we not going to stop growing. We not going to stop learning. You feel me? That's why all the YouTube, all them lectures up there, y'all go eat that shit up. Feed that shit to y'all kids. Dissect that shit, break it down, and put your own spin on it. You feel me? On my website, you don't have to be a member to access the public library. If you just click on the link, even if you're not a member, the public library is called that for a reason. Niggas have to read. And if your ass in the university and you don't like to read, then what the fuck is you in the university for? Because if you just click on the link, you might, when you click on live lectures, if you're not a member, you can't access that unless it's a free lecture. But if you click on public library, you can access all of them. You can rent those videos and all that. Alright? So I want to address that. Okay. So let's real over rich. Shout out to Q Roster, man. First artist that I'm fucking with, far as actually officially signing. I haven't had a chance to really sit down and we gonna put the paperwork together, but me and him, we talk through the DM, so we on the same page. That's my little brother. I love him deeply and I believe in him. So definitely shout out to Q Roster. Shout out to all the young guys and goddesses out there. I see a lot of y'all making music and y'all putting like positive energy in y'all music, and I wanted to be the example for that. So I'm glad that y'all are following that example and y'all still making y'all music. Y'all still talking about ops, but y'all changing who the ops is. You feel me? I want to drop my record, Dead Cops, you know what I'm saying? I feel like me talking about I was going to drop the record, Dead Cops, they kind of made them get on my ass more. And I ain't even put the fucking video out. You know, we supposed to shot the video. I was supposed to drop my album on the 9th. You feel me? So, we going to work through all that, though. Ancestors with us, you feel me? You know? Y'all know what I stand for, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't honor nothing else. And death isn't real. It's not. And I don't fear it. I'm a 3rd generation revolutionary. Like my listen, man, let me tell y'all something. My granddaddy on my mama's side, a lot of y'all don't know this, but my great granddaddy on my mama's side, Edward Matthews. His real name was Edward Mathis. Everybody know Judge Mathis, right? Judge Mathis everybody know Judge Mathis. Well, Judge Mathis is actually my second cousin on my mom's side. Yeah, old Judge Mathis to be on TV, that everybody know. That's my cousin. That's my blood cousin on my mama's side. But we don't fuck with them niggas. Now, let me tell you why we don't fuck with them. My great-granddaddy name was Edward Mathis. But back in the day, you know, because they all come out of Kentucky. And if you go look deep into Judge Mathis' family, you're going to see they from Kentucky. Okay? My granddaddy and my grandmama on my mama's side, they're from over here and they're from Kentucky. They moved up to Chicago. That's how I grew up in Chicago. My grandma and my granddaddy from Kentucky, they moved to Cabrini Green back in the 60s. Like when Cabrini Green was Cabrini Green, nigga. Like before it became Cabrini Green, all reckless and niggas was getting killed. Before they shot Candyman. I'm talking about back when they was filming Cooley High. Back when they was filming Good Times. My mama and my granddaddy and my grandmama lived in Cabrini Green Projects. 505, what was that, 502? I think that was 502. 502, 50, they from the bank road. One of them motherfuckers, 502, 504, one of them motherfuckers. You from the Greens, you know what I'm talking about. Alright? So, my grandma and my granddaddy, they moved to Cabrini Green Projects and they raised my mom and them. You feel me? In Cabrini Green Projects. You know, because niggas don't interview me, so let me give y'all a backdrop. And we got lectures, we kicking it, and we vibing, y'all. We getting deep, we gonna do all that. It's Friday, we gonna build. We building today. We got lectures to drop, all that. We on this bitch. Alright? Now, my mother, you know what I'm saying, they basically, my mom and my aunties and uncles and all them, they grew up in Cabrini Green Projects, born and raised. Now, everybody in Cabrini Green know my grandma. That was in Cabrini Green, because my grandma was a teacher at Jenner Elementary School for forever. So basically, my grandma then damn near raised every motherfucking mama and they mama from fucking Cabrini Green projects. Because most people from Cabrini Green, when you went to elementary school, your ass either went to Bird or you went to Jenner. Okay? It's gonna all make sense. I'm telling y'all how I'm a third generation revolutionary. Stay with me. Feel me? Yeah, screen record this, document this, it's up there with them people. They on some bullshit with me. We're gonna talk about all that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand that to understand who I am. So if my mama was born and raised in Cabrini Green, my mama a gangster, nigga. My mama a old school vice lord. And it's crazy because if my mama and them stayed in Cabrini Green, I would have been vice lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not vice lord. I end up going a different route. Black and blue stay true. See what I'm saying? Because my mom and them, when they got adults, they moved out of the Greens. They moved down to another hood, which is like literally 2 blocks away, called Noble Square, on Division and Noble in Chicago. That's right over the bridge. So everybody from the Greens know about the square because that's the area. You know what I'm saying? We all went to the same schools. If you from my area, like I told y'all, Polo G, he from my area. They all said, that's the vision, and said it was always fuck them niggas growing up on my end because we was in tour with them. Matter of fact, we was in tour with anybody from the Greens that came down to our neighborhood on that we from the Green shit. Now, me, by my mom, my granddaddy, and all them being raised in Cabrini Green, born and raised in Cabrini Green projects, you gotta remember, my mom and them was at Old School Mondays every Monday. If you really from the Greens or from Chicago, you know about Old School Mondays. You feel what I'm saying? My mama was there every motherfucker know my OG. Certified old school vice lord stepper. Lady vice lord, everybody know my OG. So, you gotta understand once again, what I come from. You know what I'm saying? So, now, my mom's grandma, mom and dad, they're the ones that's from Kentucky. So my granddaddy name was Frank Matthews. If you go to a military index, my granddaddy is one of the only black people to ever win a Purple Heart. My granddaddy lost a Purple Heart. I mean, he won a Purple Heart in the Vietnam War. He ran into gunfire and he saved some people. You get what I'm saying? And when he saved some of his comrades, he ended up losing his toe because he got shot. So they gave my granddaddy a Purple Heart. And that shit's still in my grandma's house to this day. Alright? So, I'm saying that for a reason. If you know anything about the military, you know you don't just get no Purple Heart in that shit. You get what I'm saying? You don't just get no Purple Heart in the military. Drop it down if y'all keeping up with the story that I'm telling y'all. Because if you've been in a university, you know, I don't just talk. I don't ramble. It all gonna make sense later. I connect shit. Alright? I see everybody arguing about Jesus and shit. I ain't even talking about that right now. I'm gonna let y'all argue amongst each other. To the other 800 people that's not arguing about Jesus, thank you for dropping nines and letting me know that you keep it over the story. Because these niggas arguing about Jesus, so I don't even know if niggas listening in class right now. Thank y'all for participating, okay? Thank you. Now y'all mean the niggas in the comments arguing about Jesus, y'all can keep arguing. I don't feel like y'all wrong. I just wanted to make sure everybody still keep it up with the story. Alright? So my granddaddy, which is my mom's, first off, keep in mind, my mom was an old school vice lord. She come out the old school, so that mean they was beating ass and they was really killing shit in the 70s, nigga. You know, the old school gangsters, they wasn't playing. You know, they really killing shit. Wasn't no social media. Niggas wasn't whooping about what they was gonna do. Motherfucker get up on your ass, get you out the way, keep it nice and quiet, chop you up, drop you off in the sewer, some motherfucker where niggas never hear about you, see about it, and the motherfucker who did the murder gonna get away. That's where my OG come from, that era. See what I'm saying? She's a real old school killer. You know, the old school, we new school. Just like the shorties, if you under 25, you new school to us. See what I'm saying? But 30s, 40s, 50s, my OG be 60, 64. She old school, you feel me? My old man, my pops, he's 72, 10 years old, 73, 10 years older than my OG. You know, I got old school parents, my nigga. That's why I got an old soul, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Keep in mind, I'm telling you about OG was, right? My mama was. Now, I'm telling you about my granddaddy, which is her dad. Granddaddy didn't play. Granddaddy, although he went to the military, he shouldn't have went. He was a gangster. Because when he got to the military, he won a Purple Heart. He real life stepping in that bitch. He one of the few people, look him up, Frank E. Matthews. That's my granddaddy name. He passed away in 1996. Frank E. Matthews. One of the only African Americans, if you want to call us that, because we know we're not African Americans. But he's one of the only black people to ever win a Purple Heart in the Vietnam War. Okay? Lost the toe, but he did it. Now let's talk about his daddy. I'm just trying to let y'all know what's in me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to go back too many generations. I'll just go back 3. Okay? So, you know about my mom. You know about my granddaddy. Now check out my great-granddaddy. My great-granddaddy, which is my granddaddy dad, they born and raised in Kentucky. What Paducah, Kentucky is today, that's all my fucking land, nigga. You know how, like, all this shit are our land. The whole planet are our land. But you know how, like, if you go back a few generations, you'll find out that most so-called Latinos or African Americans, because we all guys and goddesses, we all got land that belongs to us, but the shit was either signed away or stolen from us. I'm not the only one. I'm just saying I could pinpoint actual land that belongs to us. Paducah, Kentucky today. What's present day not Paducah, present day Providence, Kentucky, that was all my great-granddaddy land. Okay? They took it from my family. Alright? Now let me tell you how they did my great-granddaddy. Remember I told y'all Judge Mathis is my cousin. But notice, my mama last name is Matthews, but she got married, so that's not her last name no more. So my granddaddy last name was Matthews because that was his daddy last name. But his daddy, which is my granddaddy Edward Matthews, my great-granddaddy Edward Matthews, his last name wasn't Matthews. His last name was Mathis. You don't hear me? My great-granddaddy last name is not Matthews originally. His last name is Mathis. This on my mama's side. This is how we related to Judge Mathis. Now let me tell you, you probably thinking like, why would your granddaddy change his last name? Now we talking revolution now. Check game. Remember I just told y'all, all of Providence, Kentucky belonged to the Mathis. We to steal the Mathis. Right? My granddaddy sold a little bit of land. Because remember, my granddaddy, daddy, they've been passing this land down since they motherfucking invaded us. Right? So when they get to my great-granddaddy, they had just started making people learn how to read and write. Black people ain't know how to read and write back then. They were just learning this shit. So a white fucking racist tricked my great-granddaddy out of all his land. He told my great-granddaddy, I just want to buy 5 acres, so I forgot the exact price. My great-granddaddy didn't know how to read or write, but he knew how to count money. So what he did was, he sold the man a couple acres in present-day Providence, Kentucky. He sold him a few acres in present-day Providence, Kentucky. The man tricked my great-granddaddy, Edward Mathis, out of all his land. My great-granddaddy didn't know that he done sold this motherfucker modern-day Providence, Kentucky. Yeah, a lot of people like Judge Mathis. But if you think about Judge Mathis' character and how real he was, and you think about me, you can see, oh, that shit in that day, I can see where that bloodline. For real. I'm only telling y'all this because they're at least trying to come at me with some bullshit using my baby mama. Right? And I want y'all to know how deep my bloodline run. Like, this shit is in like, a lot of people can't trace their shit back like I can. Even if I'm tracing my physical reality in here, because we know this is a temporary reality. Remember that now. These are just our avatars. But you still want to be able to trace your physical. I'm only mentioning this in the event of my untimely demise. Because the system is truly against me. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, by any means necessary, if we can't be diplomatic, I'm going to go somewhere. But I ain't gonna go sit in no cell for nothing unrighteous. Let's stay with the story. Okay? I can't help myself. This shit in my blood. That's the point I'm making. Let me tell you what my great-granddaddy did. My great-granddaddy, he found out that these white motherfuckers tricked him out of all his acres. He thought he was selling them 5 acres. They done tricked him out a couple thousand acres. He tried to go back and build on his land. He get escorted off the land by the police. He tell the police, like, hold on, this my land. I only sold a few acres to them niggas. Police like, well, that's not what the paperwork say, sir. This isn't your work. This isn't your land anymore. You sold it all away. Stay with me. Now, they didn't just do this to my great-granddaddy. Back in the day, they did this to all of us. That's why none of us got land. All that 40 acres in the mule shit, which I got a lecture coming up on. A lot of us, if you get to tracing your blood back, you go back some generations, you're going to be surprised how much fucking land belongs to your family. See, when I tell you this our land, it's our planet. I mean, in total, the whole shit ours. But if you don't believe that, just go back a little bit and start tracing back a few generations. You'll see that they tricked us and called us Indians in their history book. Remember that. Once again, you want to know more about how the Indians is really black people? Go check out my brother Dan Calloway. Shout out to Dan Calloway. Peace to God. Alright? But remember, this is God talk. Peace to all the gods and goddesses of planet Ka. Now we rise. You feel me? Information, they scared of that. Alright? So the racist tricks my great-granddaddy out of all his land. And remember, they did this to the Indians. They called us Indians, remember? And if you go look in history, see, you can't go in their history and look up African Americans because they're going to tell you that every time an African American was over in this country, or black person, they're going to tell you was a fucking slave ever since they brought you from Africa. So they liberated you during the Civil Rights War, the Civil War. Once Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, that's when we freed you African Americans. Remember that now. That's the lie they tell in history. If you want to know how much land they tricked us out of, you have to understand, first off, that you ain't no fucking African American. Then you have to understand, second off, that all the Indians, that's us. That's us. Now, go read how many fucking tax acts and land acts that they tricked the natives out of. They didn't just kill us out the shit. The ones that was left, that was willing to work it out, they tricked them to sign treaties. This is how they got Alabama. Look, all of fucking the South used to belong to the Cherokee. How the fuck you think they got it? They literally tricked the Cherokee via paperwork out of fucking 4-5 states. You talking Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, the Carolinas, Tennessee, Kentucky. That's like 7, all the way to Mississippi. And they made the Cherokees march across from fucking Georgia, which was headquarters for them, all the way across to Indian Territory. Stay with me. What was considered Indian Territory? Oklahoma. Now once you understand that Oklahoma is where they shipped all the Cherokee to, then you'll understand how the fuck we end up starting Black Wall Street in Oklahoma. Those were all the Cherokee. But they tell you in history that the Cherokee was these red motherfuckers. So when you see the people from Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, you see black people, you like, oh, them black Africans. No. Them the Cherokee and the descendants of the motherfuckers who had to walk the Trail of Tears. Nigga, go Google it. The Trail of Tears, they made motherfuckers walk from Georgia and Alabama on foot, Louisiana, all the way across, nigga, to Oklahoma on foot. It's called the Trail of Tears, nigga, because a lot of us died trying to walk in that shit. Got a nigga walking 19 states, and they done already conquered the atmosphere, so we gotta walk through cold war, weather, all that shit. Go research.